absorbs them into himself. It works like Outworld does in Mortal Kombat, where
Yeah.
they conquer other worlds and absorb them into itself.
Yeah, like
So
one.
it is very likely it attacks other universes.
Yeah, like one central, like kind of like hub universe.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking is when Doom Guy wakes up and Sam finds him, that's a different Earth.
Yeah, because I mean,
that would also explain Doom 3, because you could also say that's just another timeline in the multiverse.
Yeah, because I mean, like, especially after the events of Doom 2 and Doom 64, as you mentioned before.
Because how could it happen twice?
Exactly.
That's the only thing that makes sense, is that he's either A, alternate timeline, B, alternate universe, C, back in time, but that doesn't even make sense. It makes a lot more sense to say this is an alternate timeline or a universe that he wakes up in when he gets pulled out of hell.
In 2016, it's like, this is like it's almost like you're led to believe like this is the first attack, like the first time like Mars is attacked.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. We don't know how long he was in hell before he wound up on Sentinel Prime. That's why we needed in between 64 and
that's what I was saying.
Eternal.
That's what I was saying.
That would explain that.
That's what I was saying. Like between, we're not really so much. Well, not really so much of like between 64 and Eternal, like more so of like 64 and 2016, because like that would.
I know, but like I mean, when I say Eternal, I mean him winding up with the Sentinels, which happens before 2016.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like between 64 and 2016, they have cleared some of the story a bit better.
Yeah. Because that is the one thing. It's kind of a mystery right now.
Hey guys.
Hopefully this works.
I'm Rod the Fox, and welcome back to Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. And as the squid said, I literally had 3 days of issues with this.
And are you sure? It was 4. We're at 4 now. I'm like 90% sure.
Yeah, this is the 4th night.
Okay.
Because, well, to try and keep this statement brief, first night, the power button on my keyboard got hit, which I later popped off the keycap for it. It's not broken. I just literally just popped it off because I got sick and tired of it constantly being hit and shutting off my computer. Second night, my mic stopped working temporarily, and my headphones, when I plugged the headphone jack, somehow got mistook for a mic, which makes no freaking sense. And last night, my controller temporarily started working, and OBS threw a bit of a fit. But as of right now, everything seems to be working fine. Like, there's no problems going on, so this should hopefully go well. And one thing I would say, like, I'll continue doing what I did last stream, like sorting off the racers. I'll be using the same race course. But if we do have time, like near the end of the stream, I'll pick the fastest pod racers, like the ones with the most highest stats. I'll go to the Bunta training course, and I'll see if any of them can beat the course in either under a minute or a minute and a half. Because that's the second shortest course in the whole game. I believe like the second course in the first one, which is this one here, Mongaza Speedway, that's the most shortest and most quickest course in the whole game. But the thing is, you can't boost.
Would you say it's the Baby Park?
Kind of.
Mario Kart reference.
But yeah, like, this one, like, it's the shortest and smallest course of the game, but you can't boost very effectively into it. This one, however, you can, so... it is Executioner, isn't it? Or is it... Which one is it?
I shall be right back.
Yeah, it's Executioner, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's this one. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be continuing with the pod racers, be going through them all, and if there's any time left over, we'll do a bit of a competition, see which one is the ultimate, like, is the most fastest one. And I would use the same course again, but I'd rather want to be quick, and since it's going to be using the same course anyway, And you guys probably wondering why I'm using a course like this, like to give each racer a fair chance instead of like having something too short or too quick. So like not only me, but you guys can get a good feel of like how each racer performs. And I'm keeping the same race course while to keep everything even.
Nia fam gusta.
This guy has massive engines. Like his engines are freaking huge. I believe him and Clegg Holdfast. I think it's Clegg Holdfast. The engines are massive. His voice ain't too bad, unlike the other people, because you guys remember like some of the other races, like their voices are like rather like scratchy sounding, but this one's not too bad.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, Mac man. Jesus. Okay. Oh. Good thing. One thing I would say about like when like getting like the game finished, like there's like no more durability damage done in each part. I was right about there. Jesus. Okay. Oh, damn it. I tried to prevent that, but it ended up friggin' happening anyway. But yeah, like
story of my life right there.
Like I said, guys, like as you guys see, like Reg Type Rail, his engines are freaking huge.
If you say they're huge,
they are absolutely massive. I believe him and I mentioned earlier like Clegg Holdfast is like have like the biggest engine in the game and biggest engines in the game. Not like the most widest pod racer, but I believe like generally the most like biggest engines. Plus, I like the star pattern. The 8-point star pattern like these the engine exhaust has. Pretty cool. Especially when, as you guys see, like especially when you get the freaking boost going. This is really cool. Okay, let's see how fast this guy goes. $1140, was it 46? Almost 1150. That's pretty damn quick. Oh hell yeah! I love it when I can do that. Okay. But yeah, you guys are probably wondering what me and the scooter was talking about before like the before I actually like main part of the stream started. We'll talk about the different like series like id games. Yeah, like Doom, Wolfenstein, Quake, and Hexen. Like how like basically like how well the games are going so far. That we need a new freaking single-player campaign Quake game, goddammit. And
we really do.
Like where the games would fit into the timeline. Boy, that was a bit weird.
Because yeah, with Eternal, the new games and the old games are officially connected, so like that makes it like a lot more complicated. We gotta try to figure this out. Again, this is no Zelda timeline. Like,
no,
I would shit on that thing forever because it makes no goddamn sense.
Oh, believe me, the Doom timeline actually really does make sense because it's 1, 2, 64, then 2016, and then Eternal. That's literally it. In that order.
And 3 is in its own little bubble.
Yeah. And
yeah, so that's pretty easy.
Well, Final and 3 is in its
really when
own
you
separate
try to connect it
thing.
to the other id games that you start having trouble. Because the other games were connected.
Yeah, but like you can also like Hexen in terms of timeline, you can easily tell like that one's in the past due to its like olden style of literally like everything. And then, well, Wolfenstein's easy to place because it literally takes place during like kind of like pre-modern times, like during the
alternate post World War II.
Yeah.
World War II, like
Yeah,
it's
so
in like the 60s or 70s in a
Yeah.
universe where the Nazis won.
yeah, so I mean that's relatively easy to place. But Doom and Quake, which one happens first? I'm not quite sure, but I'm sort of leaning, like I'm more sort of leaning towards like Doom than Quake due to like the idea advancements of everything. Is because I mean, Doom has demons, Quake has evil
Yeah.
cybernetic robots.
Except for Quake 1.
Yeah, except for Quake 1.
Quake 1 has Lovecraftian horror.
But in terms of like connected games, would be Quake 2 and Quake 4. Yeah, evil cybernetic robots. Which
That's why we need a new Quake game, man. Then we could actually place it, maybe.
yeah, like a new like a new campaign Quake game, because I mean I know there's Quake Champions and I heard that one's pretty good.
Yeah, but we need like a single player campaign Quake. 'Cause we
Yeah,
haven't had one of those
yeah,
since
we
4.
need another like Quake 2 or Quake 4. Because I mean Quake 1 is good, so don't get me wrong. But if I had to pick one between 1 and 2, it would have to be 2. It would have to
To
be
my
like I
knowledge, when
love like the
people are
whole.
ranking,
I love
to
the
my knowledge,
whole aesthetic of 2 more so than 1. I mean, not saying 1 is bad, but still.
to my knowledge, when people are ranking the classic id games, Quake 2 is usually near the top. Like when they're ranking like Golden Age id, Quake 2 is like near the pinnacle.
I don't blame them because it's a freaking good game.
Nia fam gusta.
And I played I played both the N64 version and the PC version, and if you guys have seen the series, I've also played them on the channel.
Wait, we did both? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we did do both. I was
Yeah,
thinking you only did
because
N64, but no, you did both.
I streamed Quake 2, and I did a full playthrough of the PC version. Though, guys, this is something I've been thinking about. Going back and redoing some of our older games. Mainly like N64 games, especially like the ones with like poor frame rate. Mainly, the ones I've been looking at is DK64 because the frame rate in that one is a bit iffy, and Quake 2 for N64 because one thing I do remember, the frame rate in that one ain't too good either. And plus with this new computer, yeah, bye bad frame rate.
Yep.
Come on. Come on. I tried to prevent that from happening, that's why I didn't boost there. For some reason it freaking happened anyway. Well, that didn't happen, but still, it still freaking died. And I know there is a RTX version. I think it's a 3-level demo of Quake, of the PC version of Quake 2. And I don't have a RTX card to play that with. Holy sweet mother Jesus. I know we jumped up to 1250, I believe 1256, but our highest consistent speed was like 1210 odd. Like, what the hell?
Again, you haven't played F-Zero GX. Again, you go to like 2000, like you go up there.
But I'm not sure of like how like the speed measurements compared to
It's KMH. It's KMH. It's kilometers. Ain't that what this is?
I honestly don't know because it's still just a number of speed. There's like no measurement.
It doesn't give you
No.
the thing?
No.
Because in F-Zero, it's KMH.
Oh, sweet mother of Jesus. Which, like, if you're going over 2,000 kilometers an hour, that's pretty damn fast.
Yeah, F-Zero is kind of batshit insane. That's kind of why I love it.
Like I said, I'm not sure how it compares to like the speed of this, where especially like where this one doesn't have
I'm gonna look this up.
a speed measurement.
What's the fastest you can go in F-Zero GX? I bet you the fastest. I know the fastest car is probably.
I think this one, I believe at the fastest you can go is 12, maybe 1300, but then again, like I said, there's no actual like measurement of speed. Damn it. Guys, this is what I was referring to in earlier stream with like some Podracers seem to be like a bit more like fragile than others because you guys see like this guy's just breaking all over the place. Yeah, like
oh, this is that one video. The dude kept breaking the game.
1218, I believe that's the highest like consistent speed, which is pretty damn good.
Okay, so I'm watching a video and he's all he just broke. Okay, yeah, no. If it's KMH, F-Zero's way faster. Holy shit. And then again, this dude's doing like a bunch of crazy bullshit. Like he almost hit 3,000 right there. Because he's doing some crazy drift tech and like you can break that game if you know what you're doing. I don't.
But yeah, like I'm not sure how like this, like basically the feel of the speed compares that to this.
It feels fast. Regardless of what the numbers say, I can say yeah. You feel like you're going fast. Like that game is a butthole clencher.
With this one, you do generally feel you're going fast, but I'm not sure if it's faster than this or not, or than that or not. Because
I haven't played this game, but the fastest racing game I have played is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, by a country mile F-Zero GX.
And it's one thing I honestly recommend. Like, if you guys like what you see, you can buy the PC version on Steam.
Oh yeah, they did come out with that a few years back, didn't they? Wow, more than Nintendo does.
And like, even though this is like a game that I believe that came out in '99. It'll be 1217, 1218 is the highest speed for this. This is pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. So let's see, this came out in '99. When did X come out? Because X is the N64 one.
It's a new lap record.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to...
Oh, their beta is pretty damn fast.
There is a good N64 F-Zero as well, called F-Zero X, if you're ever curious.
Damn it.
It has most of the same characters.
Oh.
They have a different art style, but it plays pretty similarly to GX. Though I think GX is a bit more refined.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's pretty good too. So if you're curious, if you like this and you get this and you want more futuristic racing, F-Zero X is also an option.
Okay, Marhonic is next. We're still in the lower tier of racers, so I have played this guy a little bit, but I don't think I've actually played him with max out stats.
When did
Beautiful. Did you guys see like?
Yeah, F-Zero X was a year before this.
This guy does have a pretty interesting looking pod racer. Like, if I must be honest, like all of them do have pretty interesting looking pod racers.
Okay, that's why pod racers are cool, because they're interesting looking. They're not generic hover cars. They're not generic, like, when you think of something people
no
race
two pod
in,
racers are the same.
Yeah, they're all completely different. All the F-Zero cars are different too, but they look more like spaceships or traditional, like, futuristic cars.
Yeah. These are literally engines. Say a floating pod strapped to a pair of engines.
Yeah, these are completely alien.
Damn it.
1,000,000%.
Wolf's Roar is
Like,
gonna be
even the
interesting.
most out there F-Zero car doesn't look as crazy as a pod racer.
Podracers are cool. It's without a
Yes,
doubt.
they
Podracers are cool.
I
mean,
They're one of the two things everyone remembers from that movie that they like.
say what you will about the first movie, Podracers are still cool, damn it.
Pod Racers and Darth Maul. Those are the two highlights. Those are the two things I remember.
Oh, you mean a space Satan?
Pretty much. Dude, his fight with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan is amazing, though. And the song is legendary. So...
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I just realized something. If Qui-Gon... it almost sounds like I'm saying Qui-Gon. Damn it.
It does. It fucking does. Like,
Wait.
every time we mention this game, I'm just gonna say Qui-Gon now.
But if Qui-Gon Jinn, like, if he's like, if he's Space Jesus, then Darth Maul would have to be Space Satan. That's without a doubt.
Technically, I thought Anakin was Space Jesus because he's the chosen one, or he was the chosen one. Then he lost because he didn't have the high ground.
1198, I do believe. I think I've read the top speed on that, which is pretty good too.
But yeah, Qui-Gon does look like Jesus. Qui-Gon was cool. I don't remember much of him, but I remember like...
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the sad fate for Qui-Gon and Maul is that they're a single movie character, and like once they're gone,
Okay,
you never
to
see.
be fair, Clone Wars. The Clone Wars cartoon, Maul does come back.
Yeah, true.
So, Qui-Gon never does. I don't even know if they bring him back as a ghost, like, which they could totally do that. But I don't know if they ever did. Because that's
Come
canon.
to
that when
think
the
of
Jedi
it,
die,
I don't
can
think
come
they
back as a
did.
ghost.
I don't think they did. I do believe the only ghosts, at least in the movies, is Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin. That's it.
Yeah, and Anakin just gets the little cameo at the end of Jedi, which is cool. But like, if they fucking edited in the re-release to make it look like the actor from the prequels, because it was a completely different dude in the original movie, but they fucking retroactively just put in the actor from the prequels.
Which, I mean...
They even joke about that in the Family Guy special, too.
Wait, they actually did that?
What, in the Family Guy, or like the actual, like...
The actual movies.
Yes.
Okay, like...
You don't know the hell that is the
Ooh.
rants people have about those remasters.
That was 1203. We got over 1200 that time. Okay, that was a bit better. But yeah, okay, like...
Every time a new release of those movies come out, the fanboys go apeshit. Because there's always some crazy change, and that's...
Yeah, after hearing about that, like, it may sound a bit funny, but I mean, like, it does sound kind of cool at the same time because it helps, like, piece, like, the prequels and, like, the original movies together.
Yeah, that's one
Sometimes,
of those
like, it's
ones
cool
where
in that
okay.
aspect.
It's not a Han shoots first situation where they changed it literally every single fucking re-release. They change who shoots first. And it's become like a legendary debate. Because they change it every fucking time that movie gets re-released.
I wouldn't mind going back and watching the
Han shoots first, because here's the thing. Han Solo, when he first shows up, is not a fucking hero. He's a scumbag. He's a smuggler. He's a
dick.
He's done some dirty shit.
He's
He's done some dirty work. He's got his hands dirty. He's not a fucking squeaky clean hero.
No.
So I like to think he shoots first, because he knows Greedo's about to fucking pull him. He's been through shit like that before. That's kind of vibe I get from episode 4. So, you know, maybe later on, Like after he's like hung out with Leia and the rest of the team, yeah, you know, maybe mellow it out then and do more heroic shit.
Yeah, like well, that's one thing I noticed. Like after he met like everybody else, ooh, even faster. Yeah, I
Like,
noticed
he's
that he
still
has,
kind of a dick in Empire,
but he has
by the
mellowed out.
end.
He has mellowed out, especially with Return.
Yeah, especially by Return. Though he spends like the first 30 minutes of that movie throws it in a chunk of metal, though.
Yeah,
Like,
true, true.
yeah. But nah. What was I originally on? I was talking about something. But yeah, no, they never did bring Qui-Gon back. I think that's, again, maybe they did in one of the shows, because there's like, I've seen a couple seasons of Clone Wars. I've seen the original animated Clone Wars, and I've seen a few seasons of the CG. And I haven't seen Rebels or any of the other shit.
Yeah, those series I'm not 100% sure because I haven't seen them either. I mean, the only thing
I will say this.
I know about the Clone Wars is from what you told me and playing Lego Star Wars 3.
Yeah. Well, I think that's based on the Clone Wars movie that started the Clone Wars CG series. And like also just the CG series in general, because it came out around the same time.
Which...
Because there's a CG movie that kicks it off, and then there's the series.
Which... If we're talking about like good games here, the Lego Star Wars games, all of them are damn good.
People write them off as just cookie cutter clones of the same thing, but you gotta realize, for like kids games, they're pretty fucking solid.
Yeah, because I mean, I played.
They're fun. Tons of characters, tons of shit to do.
And you can even make your own character for crying out loud.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that in 3?
Yeah.
I know it's incomplete in 2.
Yeah, it's in 3.
I had complete, and I had the original one.
Because I had
the original 1 and 2 back in the day.
I have complete and 3 for the DS, and I can confirm there is a character creator.
I have complete for the Wii. And I can confirm that it's in there as well.
And one thing I'll say, especially about
the later ones.
it looks like 1067 on that, so this one's a little slower.
I wouldn't mind having 3. I heard 3's really good.
3 is really good.
Things about Lego Star. I've heard a lot of good things about Lego Star Wars 3.
And if
like,
I must,
want that in the Lego Batman game.
If I must be honest, if I had to pick between Complete Saga and 3, I'll probably have to pick 3 over Complete Saga.
Huh.
Because like for the DS version, because Complete Saga is a bit of like,
see what's on here.
It's kind of a cut down version of like the PC console versions, because you can't do the same things in the DS version as you can with the other versions.
That does make sense though.
But
that's usually what the handheld version is.
Lego Star Wars 3, you can do the things you can on the console PC versions. Because with the DS version, you can only have one multiplayer on at a time. But with the console and PC versions with Complete Saga, you can have them all on. And with the pod race, one thing I do remember is that, well, the pod race for the for the DS version is top down, and you're stuck with Anakin's pod racer. You can't use any of the mini kits they happen to get.
Yeah.
But in 3, you can use all the mini kits that you get in the game, which is amazing.
Yeah. Again, Lego games are pretty good. They get kind of a rap for just being kids games and kind of all the same, but they are fun for what they are. And like I said, I'd love to try some of the Lego Batman ones because, well, I'm a huge Batman fan. So.
And I mean, like, I love Star Wars. I love Lego when I was a kid, so mashing those two together is a pretty damn good thing.
Fun fact: playing the original 1 and 2 I had back in the day. was what made me actually go and actively try to watch all the Star Wars movies. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, playing those games, because I've only seen, like, bits and pieces of some, and the only one I had seen all the way through at that point was New Hope, which I must have seen that movie like 3 or 4 times all the way through. I love that movie. It's my favorite.
Ark, you have an interesting voice.
Like, A New Hope is by far my favorite Star Wars movie. Everyone says Emperor is better, or Empire. Empire's good. Empire is amazing. I will never shit on that
Damn
movie.
it!
I'm just saying, I like New Hope better.
New
New Hope is like a perfect movie.
That's one thing I would say, like, the most solid trilogy you have, like, in a
Is
Star
the
Wars
original.
movies, yep, is 4, 5, and 6.
Because all the prequels are pretty much derided. Honestly, I'm on the fucking, I'm kind of like a 3 apologist, because I think it wasn't perfect. Episode 3 isn't perfect by any means. Yeah, memes, LOL, memes, higher ground, da 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 da. There are some cool moments, and it does tie everything up pretty neatly.
Yeah, because, I mean, you see
It
the
does tie-
actual
it
scene.
ties all the prequel shit and all the Clone Wars shit up with a tight little bow, and
It's a
then
new lap
moves
record.
on to what we would know.
Ark,
It ends with Vader.
is Ark okay? It sounded like he was freaking crying when he won the race. What the hell? But yeah, like, in 3, like, near the end, you literally see, like, Palpatine coming to pick up, like, the chopped up body of Anakin. And you literally
It's
see
so bad.
the transformation from, like, when Anakin changes into
Vader.
Vader. And plus, you
Yeah, and
also
then you see Luke and Leia get born and like everything.
and you see, like, that you witness, like, the amount of Vader's like Anakin's rage, like that,
Okay,
like the
hold
fact
on.
that
Hold on. No!
yeah, he literally kills his wife, and it's
No,
one
he
little
doesn't kill her. She dies in childbirth.
no, he kills her. I found that
Oh,
out.
that's right. He attacks her first. That's right. And then she dies.
Yeah, because like I believe
Yeah,
like
that's
during
right.
his transformation phase, I believe like he's so full of rage, like he actually kills her with the Force. So that much I found out.
Oh. Really?
If memory
'Cause I
serves me
thought he
correctly,
did that because I thought he had the rage moment because he heard she died.
no. He
Huh.
had the no
I'm
phase
glad to rewatch.
after she died.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he found out she died and then he did that.
But no.
It was
Like
here.
during his transformation phase, like basically like when he breaks everything before he screams out no, like that's when Padme dies. Is because like he
Huh.
breaks everything.
Hold on.
How about more paper and just a
I think.
Oh, thank you. What you got, my sister?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Nia fam dusta. Tachirasa somung famto vapo.
No matter how many times I play this game, guys, no matter how many times I do this course, this game is still fun.
I'm not going to tell my sister she forgot anything ever again, because she just apparently just is calling all her friends to bring me shit in.
Oh yeah, I just remembered what happened with that scene.
Yeah, because
Vader asks how Padme is, and
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
and Palpatine said that he killed her, and then he screams out, "No!"
Huh.
And
'Cause
there's
I remember
one
he had
thing.
a conversation with her on the lava planet before he fights Obi-Wan.
There's one thing I heard that changes everything, and I'm not kidding. Right in that scene, when Anakin is getting the helmet put onto him, he very quietly says, "Padme, help me."
Why do I feel like I remember that now? Are you implanting false memories? Because I feel like I remember that.
I'm not kidding. I literally came across that scene on YouTube. And
Okay, but is
I
this from
heard
the
it.
original or from a re-edit? Because they re-edit those movies all the time.
I think it's from. Wait, do you re-edit the prequels?
I don't know. They re-edit the original trilogy all the fucking time, like I said earlier. So they might have, in a recent version of the prequels, changed some
No,
stuff.
I think it
don't know.
was the original version. It's very.
I'm going to be honest. It's been years.
It's very faint.
It's been well over a decade.
It's very faint, but you can like, vaguely hear it. Like Anakin calling out to Padme to help him.
Yeah. Because the whole reason he goes to the dark side and like kills all the kids and stuff is because he wants to save Padme. Because he has like a vision or something of her dying, and then like Palpatine tells him the legend of like another Sith Lord who could bring back the dead, and that's what makes him finally pivot toward the dark side, and that's when he starts, doing all the bad shit, like murdering children.
And here's the really messed up part. That same lightsaber, that same blue-bladed lightsaber that you see Anakin using, is the same one that Luke ends up with.
Yeah, because doesn't Obi-Wan give it to him?
Yep.
Yeah, Obi-Wan gives it to him in New Hope. Because he even says that this was your father's lightsaber.
So
This is before he finds out that his, Vader and Anakin are the same dude.
So when you think about it, the first lightsaber Luke has is the same one that Anakin used to kill a bunch of Padawans.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's something nice to think about.
Whoa, that's actually a mind blower.
Yeah.
That's a wow.
We got 1043 on that one.
Yeah, like no.
And like
I can
what
see
helps
the cosmos now. Holy shit.
Yeah, what helps concrete that is exactly what Obi-Wan said. This is your father's old lightsaber. And it's the same one that Anakin had before he got his Sith one.
Because I imagine Obi-Wan probably picked it up after the fight.
He did. He did. It's the same one.
I remember him doing it. I don't know if there was a scene showing him doing it, but I know he
I think there was like after the fight, like after Anakin was left there to die, before Obi-Wan walked away. I do believe he did pick up his Anakin's lightsaber.
Because I think it's like a Jedi thing. Like, it's like a memento of them or something. Which is also why they got so pissed at Grievous, because his thing was stealing the lightsabers of every Jedi he murdered. So I think it's like there's like a spiritual thing with the lightsabers. There's like a connection there. Like
so,
it means a lot to them.
When you think about that whole connection, that's
that is
kind of messed
up. I never thought about that. That Luke's lightsaber technically was used to murder tons of children.
Yep.
That's fucked up. I never thought about that.
And then later on, well, he gets his own lightsaber.
He gets the green one. He uses in
which
Jedi.
I found out the crystal used in that is the same one that Sith is the same synthetic crystal that Sith uses. Because the Sith gathered up all the natural kyber crystals.
They got rid of all the good ones.
And so Luke, when he made his kyber crystal, he was afraid it would turn out red, and people would mistake him for a Sith.
Huh.
So
You know what? That makes a lot of sense because yeah, because Order 66 was basically kill all Jedi, wipe out all traces of them. So it would make sense that they would go after the source of power for their lightsabers. That does make a lot of sense.
yeah, and so like I said, like Anakin was worried that he ended up with a red blade, but after he put the light side of the Force into the kyber crystal, it wound up turning green.
You mean Luke?
Yeah.
Nia fam
Okay.
dusta.
Making sure.
Kako
That's pretty
Krista.
crazy. Yeah. And like,
I found this stuff.
I need to rewatch those movies, and I need to watch the new ones because whether they're good or bad, I am curious.
I seen 7.
Apparently the
7
bad
is
guy-
pretty
apparently
good.
the-
And
Yeah,
he's
and apparently the bad guy in that talks to Vader's skull.
yeah, and says grandfather, which since he's Leia's and Han's son, it makes sense.
Yeah, and that's okay. Spoilers, but I'm pretty sure everyone but me has seen this, and I already know the spoiler that we're talking about Kylo Ren, right?
Yeah.
Who, his design with the mask and everything is cool. It's no Vader, but I do like it.
And
But,
plus, he literally gets an upside down cross for a lightsaber.
Yeah, like I get a lot of emo edgelord vibes from him. I'm not gonna lie. He seems kind of like an emo edgelord.
Yeah,
Like,
because
is
I
he
mean,
like
one
the
part
Sith
of the
version of
film,
Shadow the Hedgehog?
yeah, one part of the film, he legitimately throws a hissy fit, and
Oh my god.
yeah, it's like I can remember he's there in his room, and a pair of First Order stormtroopers start walking down the hall. You just see like things breaking, sparks flying like out the door of his room, and then the stormtroopers stop and turn and walk the other way.
The only thing missing is a My Chemical Romance or Linkin Park song playing.
1176. That's pretty good for speed. Yeah,
That is
I'm
the
not
only
even
thing
kidding.
missing.
I'm not even kidding. He legitimately throws a hissy fit.
Yeah. Fuck you! Meanwhile, you're crawling in my skin. I can just see him throwing shit around the Force while that song plays. Oh my god.
Yeah, all you hear
I'm
is like,
sure there's an edit. I'm sure there's a video of that somewhere. Someone has made that edit.
yeah, because I mean, you hear like lightsaber clashing sound effects. You see sparks flying out of the room. You hear things being broken, and then you see two stormtroopers start walking down the hall, and then they turn. Or say they see what's going on in Carlo's room, turn and walk another way. I'm dead serious. That literally happened in the movie, which is ridiculous.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Discord died. I had to fix it.
But yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous.
I do hear a lot of good things about that movie, though. Regardless, the one thing I kept hearing is it's a lot like New Hope, which
It's good.
guess what? That's a good thing to me.
And one
'cause
thing I
that's
heard
the best movie.
is Solo and what's the other
Rogue One.
yeah, I heard those two are good.
I've heard mixed things about the next two movies, though.
8 and
I've
9
heard a lot of love it or hate it.
though. For one thing, I like it's kind of neutral,
Some
but
people
more
say they're
so.
fine. I've seen other people say they're worse than the prequels.
I heard from what I've seen, I've just seen people shit on them. But one
I've seen a
thing,
bit of both.
one thing I was saying, I've seen some of The Mandalorian. All I can say
That
is
looks interesting.
watch it. It's
Yeah, no,
good.
Mandalorian seems cool.
It's good. Plus,
Like,
plus to
all I
say,
knew about that was Baby Yoda, but a show about, you know, Boba Fett's race, yeah, that's going to be good.
it's good. I literally have zero complaints about it. It's good.
I've heard nothing but good, and I heard that they're working on a season 2. So,
Well, the reviews
Yeah.
you heard are confirmed. It's a freaking good series.
I might have to look into it, because, like, I always thought that the Mandalorians were cool. Like, just as a race and concept. I always thought they were cool dudes. Because, name a shitty Mandalorian. You can't, because even Jango Fett was cool for the limited amount of time it was on screen.
And the
And
interesting
Boba Fett was
thing,
cool until he got ate by the, you know, the sand anus, but...
yeah, the Sarlacc pit. God damn it, dude! I'm trying so hard not to laugh here.
What about sand anus?
Yeah, the sand.
I've also heard sand vagina.
Sand anus with tentacles. Yeah, that's a sight to see.
Yeah, I've heard of
A
I've heard of both.
tentacled sand anus. Yeah. I don't know what to say to that.
Also, I remember watching this in a death battle, but apparently in a comic or something, he gets out and then gets eaten again, somehow. Apparently this happens like 3 times. Again, I don't know what the fuck, I don't remember. If it's true, it's hilarious.
But yeah, in the movie,
So, yeah.
once he's gone, he's gone.
Yeah. But again, like, there's a billion, like, you know, books and comics and shit, and I think in one of them he got out or something. I don't fucking know. None of that's canon anymore. Hell, even the fucking new movies aren't canon anymore.
Another series
crazy.
I highly recommend is Force Unleashed. They're
Yeah.
really good too. Yeah, you have the
Okay.
first one on DS.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I can play it. I need to try to play it on the old one, on the DS you sent me. Because
Yeah,
for
because
whatever
the
reason,
funny
it doesn't work on 3DS.
No,
I
it
don't know
only
why.
works on that DS. It doesn't work on any other. Which is
Fucking weird. I don't.
yeah, it's extremely bizarre. Because I even tried it on
don't
my
get why it doesn't
XL.
work.
I tried it on my XL, and even it doesn't work on that.
Yeah. While I'm recommending things, so yeah, the Clone Wars CG show is pretty decent. The original animated one from like 2003 by Jenny Tartakovsky, the creator of Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
That's some good shit. That original 2D Clone Wars show is amazing. I watched it as a kid. It's the best.
Well, considering it's made by the same guy that made Samurai Jack, and from what you told me about Samurai Jack,
It's good.
yeah.
Again, it's like, and like, yeah, it's a perfect fit because we go from a show about samurai hacking robots to pieces with a sword to Jedi hacking aliens and robots to pieces with lightsabers.
Let's see how fast this one goes.
And
Oh
it's
shit!
really good. Apparently his new show is really good too. He has a new show called Primal, which, interestingly, no dialogue at all. There's no talking. It's just action and action. And it's about a caveman and basically his pet dinosaur just trying to survive. And apparently it's really fucking good. Like, it already won Emmys.
And one thing I heard, speaking of Star Wars, I heard Rebels is good too. And
Yeah,
one
that's the
thing they
sequel.
touch
That's after
on,
Clone Wars. That's like the sequel. That's like that's in between 3 and 4, isn't it? I think that's where that is. It's like in between episode 3 and episode 4.
and one thing I'll say is cool because they touch on something that I have not seen any other series touch on, and that's the dark saber.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the black bladed lightsaber.
In other words, the soul edge of Star Wars. Which is
Damn it.
ironic because there's actually a Soul Calibur game that has Star Wars characters.
And one channel I'd say I highly recommend for a lot of Star Wars stuff is the channel called the Stupendous Wave. He has a lot of Star Wars stuff, and that's actually how I found out about the whole about Luke's kyber crystal. It's from him.
Yeah. Yeah, because I never looked into that much and stuff. I just watched the movies, and I never really dug deeper. I watched the movies and a little bit of. I watched the original Clone Wars show, and a couple seasons of the
10,
CG.
12. Seems at the
I've
top
never
speed
seen
on this
Rebels or nothing. I know Ahsoka comes back in Rebels, which is pretty cool. Because she was fine in Clone Wars.
Oh yeah.
And I heard she comes back.
What color lightsaber does she have? White? Because there's an interesting fact behind the white-bladed lightsaber.
I feel like she had a green one in Clone Wars, but it might have been different in Rebels. I don't know. She might have got a different.
Because
in that.
there's two colors she's known for, is green and white. And do you know?
I'm guessing she gets the white in Rebels because I remember her having a green one.
Do you know how white is created?
I actually don't. I don't know that much about the lightsabers lore.
To obtain a white kyber crystal is that you have to get a dark side or a Sith lightsaber crystal and remove the darkness from it. That's literally how you do it.
So if you can actually do that, you're a badass. Because that sounds hard. That sounds like something that you have to be really good at being a Jedi to be able to do.
Yeah, you need to remove the kyber crystal of the dark side that's been corrupted with.
Yeah. Star Wars is cool. Say what you will about like some of the prequels and even the newer movies if you didn't like them. It's still a cool universe.
And apparently there's
still
like
a lot of cool shit.
There's a bunch of different lightsaber colors. I believe like there's like most of the standard ones just like cyan, light blue, what is black as one mentioned, white,
and then
orange,
the infamous purple one.
Yeah.
The infamous purple one, which I forget what the deal is. There's something special to one.
It's a mixture of dark and light.
Yeah. Also, it's because Samuel L. Jackson got in and he wanted his lightsaber to be purple. I think that's the actual reason, is he just wanted a purple lightsaber.
But the canonical reason is a mixture between light and dark, which, considering
cool.
like the blue lightsaber is the more like combat-oriented of the two Jedi two Jedi
right,
lightsabers.
The blue one is like for the warriors. The green one's for more of like the force.
It's the more force-oriented one. Yeah, or the Yodas.
Yeah.
And considering like purple is like a mixture of like the blue combat saber and the Sith saber, it's pretty cool. And apparently
Sith don't really have a distinction, like whether they're more force-oriented or not. They're just always red, right? Unless it's the dark saber.
Yeah. Which one thing I heard about that lightsaber, I heard that it's extremely powerful, and I believe like it runs like extreme. I think was it. All I remember from it is that it's really powerful, like compared to like standard like Sith sabers. And apparently, from what I heard, like it's really dangerous too.
Yeah, solid. Fun fact: in Soul Calibur 4, Vader and Yoda are in the PS3 and Xbox respectively.
Yeah.
Also, what was the guy from Force Unleashed? Starkiller?
Yeah. Or Galen Merrick, as his actual name is.
Okay, Starkiller sounds cool. Starkiller's badass.
Starkiller's awesome.
So let's go with that. Yeah, he's in that game, which is
because
cool.
I mean he's aside from Vader
and Yoda were.
Aside from Vader, he's one of the few characters that I've known to go from Sith and turn to a Jedi.
Well, Vader doesn't turn in. He does the other way. He goes Jedi to Sith.
And then back to Jedi after like he
Yeah,
so
he
it's
comes back as a Jedi ghost. That's right.
yeah, and he kills Palpatine by throwing him down a friggin' ledge straight into a
He yeets him. He yeets
Yeah.
Palpatine.
yeah, he yeets him into like some type of like power core area.
Yeah. And then Lando and like the dude he was with fucking blow up the Death Star. I
Yeah.
forget where Han was. Oh yeah, Han was on Endor. They were fighting on Endor. That's right.
Yeah, because
Everyone else
they
was
were
on Endor.
yeah, they were trying to disable the shield generator for the Death Star.
Yeah, so that they could, so that the rest of their crew could get in and blow up the new Death Star.
Yeah. But
That's right.
speaking of like different lightsaber colors, there's the yellow ones used by the Elite Guard. And then there's also orange ones, and there's one I do remember about. I think orange, if memory serves me correctly, is a Sith color. I don't quite remember.
Because the only ones I remember are the red Sith ones, of course. It's the green and blue ones.
And one
next one
thing
is purple one.
I heard
That's
that
about it.
well, there's also dragon pearls that's used in lightsabers. There's a special kyber crystal that emits a cooling effect. Like it's actually like cold compared to like standard hot lightsaber.
What causes the cool, like the crazy lightsabers, like the ones that, like Darth Maul's that has two ends, or Kylo Ren's that's the fucking Edgelord cross?
The emitters.
Is there something? Is that just a part you can put in it that makes it
Yeah.
do that? Okay.
Well,
I don't know.
Maul's is literally two lightsabers hooked is essentially two lightsabers hooked end to end in one like long body with two emitters on it.
Okay.
And Kylo Ren has three emitters on his because the emitters is actually what outputs the bladed lightsaber.
Yeah, that's what like takes the energy from the crystal and turns it into the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning. See, I knew they ran on crystals. I remembered that much, but I didn't know all the other inner workings of it.
And
I know there's been so many works after the movies that I'm pretty sure every minute detail of that universe is covered somewhere.
And I heard there's also dragon pearls, which I heard are very hard to get and also really powerful.
Huh.
Because you literally have to kill like a dragon.
It sounds like a key item in an RPG.
Yeah, if I remember
It sounds
correctly,
like
you
something
have
you'd
to get it.
upgrade a regular sword with in an RPG to get the endgame variant.
Yeah, like if memory serves me correctly, it's a rare item they have to get from slaying a dragon, which I heard is very hard to do.
Literally. It's literally an RPG item.
Yeah,
that you
because
use to
I
upgrade your
believe
sword to get the endgame weapon.
it forms in the dragon's gut.
Okay. I wonder what dragons in Star Wars look like. Like they're like, because I imagine they're like crazy space dragons.
I think from what I remember, they're more sort of like they're not like full-on dragons. They're more so wyverns. That kind of
Okay.
style.
Okay.
Whee!
Oh yeah.
Because I imagine they'd be like an alien variant of a dragon.
Yeah, I do believe they're kind of like wyverns, but they look a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. I do know one interesting thing is Darth Maul's race is fucking weird. Because I remember in Clone Wars, Asajj Ventress, if you remember her, like the chick that had like the two lightsabers,
Yeah.
she was in the Clone Wars cartoon. Both of them. She was in both Clone Wars cartoons. She was introduced in the 2D one.
Yeah, she's also
But-
in Star Wars 3, Lego.
Yeah. She is, she's the same race. And the females are kind of basically witches. She's the same race as Darth Maul. And, like, Darth Maul was empowered by them into, like, a super version of what he is. And, like, they do the same to his brother in Clone Wars. And then his brother goes and finds him. And that's how Darth Maul comes back. And when he finds him, I told you about this. Darth Maul has completely lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, isn't
He
he
has
like
been
a
sewn
spider,
to the
like
half of-
mechanical spider body
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, they had him attached to like a spider thing, and he's just babbling incoherently, just completely out of his fucking mind. Until his brother basically captures him and brings him back to the witches, and they bring him back to the way he was, and he gets like new robot legs and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was an interesting thing because I never thought that those two were connected in any way, but they actually are the same race. It's just the genders look completely different. Like, cause yeah, the males they're Satans. We all know what Darth Maul looks like. He looks like a fucking space Satan.
Yep.
Well, they're like kind of bald, crazy witch people. The females are. That was interesting. I never watched the rest of that season. I saw a couple episodes after that, but that was the main thing I remember from that season because I watched that episode because it was like, hey, Darth Maul's coming back. I'm like, okay, I'm watching this.
Yeah, it's like the males, it's like or especially like Darth Maul. It's like they're the ones that will brutally murder you right in front of you.
Yeah, they're the warriors, and then the others are they're witches. Like they're straight up like they do like spells and like rituals and shit.
Yeah, it's like they're kind of ones that like just kill you in your sleep.
Pretty much, and they probably would. They're evil as fuck.
Alright, that's gonna have to do it for this stream, guys.
And the males aren't really evil by default, but they can be.
Yeah, just look at Darth Maul. Wow,
yeah.
We still have quite a few racers left to go here. I mean, that's kind of nuts. I mean, we started off with was it Timo Pelgis? Where is he? No, Rex Tyrell, and now Rex Tyrell, and now we're on to Gasgano, which I do like Gasgano. Gasgano was funny.
I remember him. I actually remember him. I actually know who
because
that one is.
He was
in the movie.
Yeah, he's the green one that gets one of his ancients blown up because it's a Bulba.
Yeah, because Sebulba's a dick.
Yep. Even in this game, because of his fire jet ability. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's going to do it this time, guys. So, Podracers, the like button if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and ring a bell if you guys want to see more stuff like this. And we'll see you in the next one. Hey, guys.
Bye.
But yeah, as I said, if you guys want to know about like Star Wars information, check out the Stupendous Wave.
Okay.
You will not be disappointed by the amount of information he gives. The amount of information he gives out. It's quite.
Because there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's.
Star Wars is a deep rabbit hole,
Yeah, it's quite awesome.
There's so many shows, movies, comics, and just games and everything. It's